guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for Scorpio for December 2021. Keep in mind it's general. Take what you feel resonates for you and disregard the rest, my friends, as well as I feel like you're going to know on a soul level if this is for you. So regardless of what messages do come through, it's still up to you, my friends, your active free will. The choices you make and the steps you take in this world to how you get your fulfillment. And to me, that is honestly power, because it's something that only you can do. This lies at the tips of your fingers, the soles of your feet. So use your power to do wisely your active free will, my friends. I also want to give you a big merry solstice, happy solstice today. I am filming on December 21st, the first day of winter, and we're getting pretty close to Christmas too. And if you celebrate, Merry Christmas, my friends. So for all my subscribers, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. You mean the world to me, truly. I mean it. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you'd like to see this kind of reading more often, or if this resonated with you, I'd love you to hit subscribe, join the journey with me. I'd love to have you along the ride. So before we do get into the cards, I'm going to take a moment and call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Gabriel, and my team of light, as well as any of your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of anyone watching. I invite them now to help guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible with the most far-reaching of messages, but only for the highest good of all of us. Again, no second-rate messages here today. If you do hear some background noise, my kids are home. It's winter break it's winter break. So if you do hear them in the background, I apologize, but I think that you're probably not going to hear them too much. So I have 3 different decks prepared today. First, I want to get some spiritual advice from the Shaman's Oracle, and this is an absolutely wonderful deck. For any of you guys who are thinking about what I heard is like some sort of last minute Christmas present, or even for some of you I heard career choice. Some of you may be thinking that, the way of the shaman is the way for you, and what I say is do that. They're telling me to go for 3, so 2 cards have fell, and we got 4. Gonna take it, and the bottom of the deck is the Spirit of Truth. When I was getting ready for this, just gonna check them all. Spirit of Wisdom is here as well. 2 spirits, but the Companion came out. And they're telling me now, telling me you're supposed to tell them you have a very powerful spirit guide. I feel like what I heard is heading the way, or showing you the way, showing you the ways that life could be, and kind of guiding you in the direction where you've signed this soul contract to be. For some of you, I feel like it's like, we don't want to listen to that. Others of you, you do know. You know that the spirit guide is coming through loud and very proudly, and that they are very proud of you. You have Dancer of Friendship is one of the cards that came out, with Ancestor of Memory, the Shaman of Song, and what I heard is, songs can clear the blues. If you need to cry, put something on. Dust in the Wind by Kansas, that does it for me every time. But I feel like there's a lot of emotion that we can let out, like pent-up emotion that we can let out when we do listen to songs, because music really can trigger us. It can remind us of really wonderful times, really great times, really not so good times, and these are almost a soundtrack to your worlds in some cases. You hear a song and it just takes you back to where you were, at certain points in your world. So what I'm feeling with this, as well as some of you may want to write a song, this could be really healing for you, to leave the past in the past and in behind. And if you need a memory of this time, put it in song form and then move on. That's really what I heard, okay? But also for some of you as well, this song goes deeper into vibration. If you can see the head of this petroglyph, the way that this energy is coming down through the crown chakra, you're being divinely guided. And like I said earlier with the Companion, you are definitely being divinely guided. What I heard is, again, for some of you, is to go the way of the shaman. For some of you have very healing properties. You know how to, I heard, use and manipulate the energy, but you know how to see between the folds of reality, essentially, or between the planes of existence, in this place where the shaman can dwell. So for some of you, you already know this, and my hair is standing all up on top of my head. For some of you, you know this. Okay, this spirit of wisdom is, I feel like, for some of you, okay, and may not be for everyone, but if you are thinking, of coming down a career path or a career choice where you are helping to heal people, and you are worried or fearful of doing it, really question yourself on why. I heard for some of us this is judgment. For some of us this is potentially in the past memory of where we've been judged for our spiritual gifts by the Harry Potter term muggles, okay? But I feel like, you're at a place in your world now where you're not really entertaining those ideas or those thoughts of what other people think, but it's this last hurdle before we move into our chosen field or what we're supposed to do in this world. They want me to show you the companion, so I'm going to take, like I said, the bottom of the deck was Spirit of Truth. Spirit of Truth, Spirit of Wisdom, follow your truth. When you speak your truth, and if you say, I'm a healer, how does that feel? For some of you, I heard Qigong. For some of you, I heard Reiki. For some of you as well, I'm hearing like this shaman of song is asking you to even have a bath, light some candles, take some water-safe crystals in, set some intentions. I feel like as well as to help purge or release energy that's not serving you anymore in this tub. For some of you, you may want to get some Epsom salts or, sort of bath salts, and also set that this is going to clear your energy field, and that it's important that we want this energy to transmute down into the drain with love. And then they're telling you to rinse yourself off after, wash yourself off. There is, with this, though, while you're in that water, putting on frequencies. So I heard 432, 5 something, just depending on what you want to listen to. Some of you may be chanting. Some of you, it may be, just songs. Pink Floyd, I keep hearing Pink Floyd. But just something that's going to help relax you and really kind of what I heard is put you at peace. I heard Comfortably Numb for Pink Floyd. And for some of you, I feel like there may be so much that happens in your world where you may be very open and receptive that you're sponging other people's feelings or emotions, and this is the place in this tub where we need to find that peace. And I think it's also really important, if that resonates with the Spirit of Truth and Spirit of Wisdom, that we may need to put an energetic block up about ourselves, or imagine that we are being so full of light and we are being filled up with love. Coming in, I heard through our crown, we want to breathe this light in, and it's coming into the heart center. Also, I heard sacral. We're needing to clear and purge and cleanse. So there could be a lot of memories that come up for you, especially if it's sacral energy being cleared, which is what I heard. You could have a lot of sexual energies. There could be a lot of things like pent up or repressed demons that you have not wanted to slay, so I feel like we put them in a prison to stay there. What I heard is, for some of us, this is blocking our flow. It's blocking our creativity. It's blocking our joy in our world. So it's no longer meant to be here. For some of us, this is trauma, okay? And this is stuff where, we're uncovering it in deep layers. So,
no.
Just a minute, guys.
No!
Okay, I'm back. And my train of thought on that, but I feel like that was what I needed to say. So just use your wisdom and know that the Spirit of Truth is coming through. This Dancer of Friendship has come out in a few of them. I think it came out in the last reading I did, which was Virgo. I feel like it's also important just to know that you attract your vibe and your tribe, but also you are your energy. It's not necessarily just that, whatever we put out, we're going to get. Sometimes, especially if the shaman, the way of life as a shaman resonates with you, you're attracting people who need your light, who need your support, who need your kind of healing, who need your knowledge, and more than anything, I think for some of the people, and I'm sorry if this is quiet, I think for some of the people that may come into your midst, your story, what you have to say. I heard your era, your trauma, your song, your music, what you have to say could be really, really powerful in helping to unlock key codes and codes for healing within them as well as within you. And when we can connect with people, when we can get in that space of kind of a shared vulnerability where we're being open and we're being honest and we're creating a safe place for other people to shed light on what's been bothering them or torturing them. There is so much that you can do, and it is something that if you have that gift, many of you may want to say, I'm not going to use it, but there's so much suffering in this world. And for those of us that are able to lend a helping hand and to help, I heard for some of you, cure it. This is a real place to consider, where our gifts are, and that we were given these for a purpose. And for some of you, I heard with this friendship as well, like you may be really discovering some new spiritual truths, or you may be exploring like new religions, having new profound insights. But healing is really important. So Spirit, can you give me a little bit of tarot wisdom? This is the Wildwood Tarot. Thank you. So the Ten of Bows and responsibility is here. Something flipped. Excuse me. And it went back in because it's not time. What I heard is there's something you have to take care of. Look, he's almost up there. It's not like a short jaunt up there. But imagine how far he's already walked. Sometimes we get so bent out of shape is the word I heard. So you could have a spirit guide who likes to use that term. But we get so focused on what is not done to get there that it becomes really difficult. What I heard is to even kind of complete small little tasks. I get this place, honestly, okay, I'm going to share something with you. I just need to do a flyer for something. And what is stopping me? My own inability to sit down and concentrate and do it. And it's not inability, it's partly a stubbornness in me, and it's also because there's fear associated with putting myself truly out there. Even though this is out there, my friends, this is not the same. I get to record into this camera and upload it and hope that it touches you guys. But it's real different than being face to face with someone and hoping that it's heard good enough. So there's my vulnerability with you. And I know that it's good enough. It's just there's so many things in my own internal walls that are stopping me from doing it. Those hurdles I need to get through. And I feel like this is a similar thing, okay? And this is what I was saying. When we open up and we share our vulnerability, we create those spaces to say those things. It was really difficult for me to tell you guys that. And I think that this is really where it's starting with difficult situations or difficult conversations about situations that are hard for us. I think that it's also important to remember that if you've endured trauma, if you've endured struggle, it was quite a while ago, but we're still carrying it, right? It's still something that we're still carrying. And I do feel like, again, for some of you, writing a song or getting this out, this could even be just singing it to the universe so that your story's been told. Frank, if you need to tell someone, set your camera up on your phone. Record yourself. You don't have to post it to YouTube. You don't do anything with it. I would say listen to it. Because listen to your own vulnerability. But you don't have to either because you know what you said. And then you know what? Once it's out there, release that out and hit delete. That, you know what? That really helped me resolve something. Okay? So for some of you, what I also heard with that is because they're asking me to share my vulnerabilities with you. When I started reading tarot, I felt like I couldn't do it. I got so blocked. I would just be like, well, fine, I hit record. And whatever comes out is going to come out. We have to hone our abilities, and then we have to start trusting and believing in ourselves that it's going to happen. And it's funny, though, because the more we do that, the more things fall in line for us. So I feel like you and I, my friends, this message was a shared message. and that is the spirit of truth. All right, so let's see about this 10 of Bows and responsibilities. There's a King of Cups here, so I feel like this is you guys, Scorpio. This is standing in your presence, standing in your power. And there could have been, I heard too, this is a lot of wounds and hurts on our heart. Not funny. My kids are watching Minecraft videos on YouTube. I'm going to put this pile that fell out down because there is one right here that came out first, and it's just so much. I'm going to get clarity on this after if we need it. You have the Page of Stones here coming through. This is the Page of Pentacles. This is a new start, but it's something that starts off small. And I feel like what I heard is that's good because you don't want to get overwhelmed, right? Because when we get overwhelmed, much like my flyer, really how hard is it to put my name, like Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and how to contact me really up? How? But it's to follow through on after that. And I feel like there's the point where so much is going to get ahead where we can't, or we feel like it's really hard to keep moving on. Well, this guy is important to keep moving on. They're bringing me to leg day, or when your legs are sore, or if you're taking a walk and you're speed walking and then you have to maybe see someone and you stop, your legs hurt, right? It's just don't stop. It's okay to go slow. Gosh, it's okay to crawl. And if you need to take a break, a 5-minute break, take it, but get back up and go. For some of you, we have Balance in the reverse, and we have the Ace of Bows, Spark of Life. For some of you, what I was being shown is that we maybe need to walk. Some of us may need to set small goals for ourselves and put your phone in your pocket, set a timer for like 5 minutes. Walk for 5 minutes, timer goes off, turn around, go back home. If that tires you out, keep doing it until you're like, wow, that's a little easier. Set it for 7 minutes. And keep going until you reach like a half an hour walk, 15 minutes, an hour walk. Depending on how much you feel, you can do. But I mean, you can always change up even those timelines by how quickly we're walking and the better shape that we get. And this is really important, I feel like, to strengthen your legs, because what I heard is you got a long road ahead of you too. You got a long life to live, and we're never done, right? We're not going to a destination and we just stay there and wither away. We're constantly on this road of life. And I heard Highway to Hell by AC/DC. Also heard Stairway to Heaven, but Highway to Hell, AC/DC went first. Because the Stairway to Heaven, while it's fun, the Highway to Hell is a whole lot more fun. And, this isn't saying that we want to go to hell. It's just saying, we're going to live life. And as if there's not a care in the world. They're also bringing me another little story. I'm going to share it with you. It's hilarious, and it's about Highway to Hell. Well, one time I was like blaring Highway to Hell, and I lived in South Korea, so there wasn't a whole lot of English-speaking people around me. And I got this knock on my door, and I opened my door, blaring Highway to Hell, because it's on. I'm listening to it. Open my apartment door, and here's this woman, English, which also confused the heck out of me, wanting to talk. And then, as she kind of wrote me in, was sharing that she was there to spread religious stuff. I don't even remember what she was doing, but she was trying to get me, almost at that point, trying to get me to go hang out with them and really trying to integrate me. And I was like, how did you know where I lived? Because there's only so many English-speaking people, but my boss in the place that we worked, he put a lot of us in the same building. So it wasn't hard to go knock on that door. A bunch of people, a bunch of foreigners lived there, and go try and get them. I felt like really upset for a while, and I did get duped into. I gave her my phone number. She messaged me a couple times or called me a couple times, and I politely declined. But it was still kind of one of those things where she didn't take no for an answer. It was very, very pushy, and just I think that's where they're bringing me the Highway to Hell, because that's what you do. When people try and get you and lure you and do this quick, that's the Highway to Hell. Do what you need to do and do what's right for you, okay? So with this Balance in the reverse, I do feel like this is our standpoint and our viewpoint, that we're not seeing things as clearly if we're stuck in the, oh God, my legs hurt so bad, right? We need to get into this place of endurance that, oh, feel that burn, baby. I'm going to feel that tomorrow. And you know what? You may need to stretch. Be important. Take that bath. Get that Epsom salt. Get a massage. Get a massage roller, foam rollers. Do whatever you have to do. Take some magnesium. I also heard calcium, but that's something you need to, make sure that you talk to doctors about if it's important to you, because I am a doctor, right? But we need to find balance in, I heard, our social lives, who we're listening to, who we're surrounding ourselves with, what we're eating, what we're telling ourselves as well, because what we tell ourselves, that's food for our mind, and we want to feed it healthy, positive vibes and attitudes as well, not kind of feeding it these defeatist things on, look how far you have to walk, when really your mind can trick you. Any one of you guys, if you've ever exercised, right, you know that you are so strong and powerful, and you can do hard things. You can do things that your body wants to tell you to stop. Now there's a point of extreme excruciating pain, which obviously stop. But if there's discomfort because your butt muscles are hurting after walking a little bit, or your legs are walking, I'm definitely feeling, especially if this is like early on, keep walking. I to ask you to just walk a little bit further, because sometimes what happens is our legs just aren't warmed up, and they're warming up. Eventually they're going to get there. But if you need to stop, take a stretch. Stretch your muscles. So I feel like this is a point coming this month, is to ask you just to focus on, you and the heart within you and who you are. This heron as well, I've always been fascinated with these creatures. They're absolutely beautiful. And I think that it's important because, they just sit there. They look like a twig, and then all of a sudden, boom. Very good hunters. Spirit's asking me to read the book for you, and I definitely am going to. Oh my gosh, we're at 22 minutes, guys. So let's see what we have here with the King of Cups. So this is greeting the dawn, often alone. The heron is reputed to be gifted from the psychic perception and reflection. The guardian of many esoteric secrets, it is said to stand at the gateway between life and death, and to act as a mediator on the soul's journey to the Celtic otherworld and reincarnation. I went right down to purposeful equality, responsibility, consideration of others, affection, supporting and companionship, artistic ability, honest and integrity, exercising diplomacy, keeping a broad-minded perspective, promoting equality, offering support as a sponsor or godparent as well. So for some of you, what you heard, this definitely could be, it is difficult raising kids, right? It's difficult being a parent, and these are things where for some of you, depending on your situations, this is where we're going through it, because not all of us have rosy functioning households, or not all of us, for some of you, I feel like this is growing up too, that it's just really hard, and maybe really hard on your parents, okay, really difficult. And I think it's important, they're just bringing me to this place, like in there for showing me ancestors' memory, okay, that if we did have parents where parenting was really hard and they didn't cope really well, that this doesn't mean we're any less worthy. And this is finding those places of worth within ourselves now. Okay. So I'm going to grab a message from the Guardian. Not the Guardian. My gosh. This is the Wisdom of the Trees Oracle. And let's see what parting messages we have from Spirit. You get the cherry tree. So let's grab this book. This is a wonderful energy. And there's first two things I think of, especially South Korea, these cherry blossoms, in Japan. Cherry blossoms are absolutely amazing. They plant huge lines of them, and you can walk in the spring and take walks through the cherry blossoms. You got mountains in the background, and you have this huge full moon. Secrets coming out, secrets being revealed. What is hidden is no longer hidden, and this is very connected with your intuition. This fragrance as well. I feel like this fragrance is important, much like this song. This is part of our senses. This is being aware of the surroundings. We can see the beauty. We can smell the beauty. We can hear the beauty. And once this cherry tree ripens, we can taste the beauty as well. So cherry. So the cherry tree is about purity. It says, think of my beautiful flowers glinting in the sunshine. Imagine them dancing in the breeze to signal the death of winter and the birth of spring. I'm connected with the cycles of nature and can show you how to become one with them. Do not complicate your life with anxieties. Concentrate on the beauty of nature and trust the endless cycle of all living things. Keep your thoughts and intentions pure and honest, and treat others with an open and loving heart. Amen to that, my friends. Bottom of your deck here, oh, it's the wrong one, but it's a Hunter of Honor and the white mulberry with yin and yang. This is making sure that life is within balance. If we find places in balance slipping within our own worlds, that's reining in and getting a control on it right away. And I heard, do not underestimate the power of that bath, my friend. It can be very, very healing and regenerative and bring you back this spark of life. Get yourself some extra Z's. Take care of yourself. And I heard Christmas and the holidays coming up, New Year's coming up. Take care of your body. Do the things that you feel called to do, and eating wonderful foods, but not over ingesting, because they're showing this is like heartburn, okay? We don't want to give ourselves heartburn. And if there's something worrying you, to let this really go, to just look at the wonder and the time around you with a pure heart, and to be open and loving and kind with everyone around you. Because remember, here with this, people are fighting a battle sometimes you know nothing about. So this is important to open up and lend a hand, to be that shaman for some of us, to also, if you are writing, if you are in the music business, to share yourself in song, because you have no idea who that could help either, not just yourself. So this is the message I have. I love you guys all. I hope you have a wonderful end to the year, and I will see you all in 2022. Bye, guys.